sent the instructions before, along with all the materials that you'll need. So if you have everything before you right now to conduct the experiment, just raise your hand or like send me a message, do some sort of reaction, like a thumbs up, just to let me know that you have everything you need. Okay, so I'm assuming that you guys don't have everything that you need because I don't see any sort of reaction. Okay, so I'm gonna there's stuff that you should just have around the house. So I'm just gonna open up the PowerPoint, which is where the instructions are, and let you guys know what exactly you need. Okay, so here's the list. So you have 2 clear glass cups, a sealable plastic bag, banana. I don't have any banana, so I'm using peaches. So if you don't have any bananas, you can use another fruit. Um, a blunt knife and a teaspoon, plate/chopping board, measuring jug, a strainer, a filter, black card, rubbing alcohol, salt, washing up liquid, warm water, and a skewer. So for a skewer, you can just use like a pencil, a small pencil, if you don't have like that type of thing. Or you can use a toothpick. Let me see what else you can replace. Mm, for the measuring jug, you could just have another glass, to be honest. And yeah, okay, so somebody else entered. So can that person just inform me if they have the materials here? DNA, yeah. We're extracting DNA from fruits. Yeah, so Azaria and Chris. That's right. Oh, you have these? Okay, that's good. So um the experiment calls for warm water. Let me see when we should warm it up. Sorry, if we should do it before or after. Okay, let's do it after. Okay, so for the people that don't have everything, well, you didn't have everything then. Are you guys gonna go and get them, or are you just gonna observe the experiment? Please let me know so I can arrange a class to suit everyone. Specifically, Shadika and I can't see everyone. No, that's sorry of it. Okay. Okay. You have some of them. Okay, so I'm not sure. I was expecting you guys to be able to do it on your own so that you'd see. So allow me a chance to set up my computer to give people that don't have the materials to see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm not sure how clearly you guys can see. My phone camera. Okay, can you guys see well? Yes. No?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that you guys can see it. I can't see you guys very well since my computer is tilted. But we're gonna start with the cutting of the banana if you have it. In my case, I just have peaches. So I'm just gonna squish them directly. But if you have a banana, you can look at the instructions that I'm sharing. So you chop up the banana into small pieces and then you place them in this bag, just like I'm doing with the peaches right here. You seal it because you don't want any spillage. And then you can switch. Let me try to switch it fully. Apologies for the noise in the background. So it looks like this. Okay, so that was steps 1 through 3. Oh, is it smooth enough? No, let's do a little bit more. So make sure it's smooth, as in as near to fully liquid as possible. No rough bits, just smooth. Feels like a much better consistency. Okay, so now comes the warm water part. So I was debating between if you guys warm the water first or not, but depending on which fruit you're using, I wasn't sure how long your squishing would take. And I didn't want the warm water to, get cold. So now, if you're done, you can go and warm some water. You guys can do it, okay, in the microwave. The stove would take a little bit of time. Just 30 minutes, it's okay. And remember to place a cover on whatever you're using to warm it. Okay. So I'm gonna go and warm my water. Give me like 2 minutes and I'll be back. Continue swishing if you need to until it's smooth like this. Okay. Do you guys the have the materials that you need now? Um, for this portion, which is hot water and a teaspoon, warm water and a teaspoon. Okay. So just pour the hot water into the glass until it's like half full. And I need a teaspoon of salt. You can measure it directly with a teaspoon or not. I'm scared, so I don't have to put it in my hand first to be sure. And then you're gonna mix with a teaspoon. Here. So just stir until it dissolves. If your water is warm enough, this should be a quick process. Please let me know if you're following along. Okay. Next is the liquid. How much did this say again? A tablespoon as well. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. It's 4 tablespoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of washed liquid. My bad. So add 3 more tablespoons. Sorry. Two more. Last one. And mix until dissolved. Good. Okay, now it's time for the wash liquid, and it's 2 tablespoons. What did I see? One a while ago. Okay, so 2 tablespoons, and then you're going to stir until fully dissolved as well. And 2. Okay. So now we're at step 6. We're gonna pour it into the bag, and we're going to squish for another squash. for another 10 minutes. There we go. All right. I'll put it to you guys on a timer and let you know when to stop. Okay, and we're back on. So I have my jug and my sieve set up. Now the experiment instructions call for the use of a paper towel or like some additional straining thing like a coffee filter. That's supposed to give you a clearer solution. Now, I have neither at the moment. My paper towel just finished, so I'm not using it. And for the sake of time, because when you use a filter or a paper towel, the straining process is a little bit longer. I don't have that much time for it. I'm just not gonna use it. If you guys are doing it yourself, then your experiment may take a little bit longer if you really want that clear solution. And you can do that, and you can just look at mine when the time comes. Okay. Don't pour it in all at once. You might cause overflow. So if you see it getting full and not draining fully anymore, then just wait for a second and let it drain. And move you guys a bit closer. Okay. Mm. Okay, a little bit more. All right, so now we're done. Okay, now you can pass the spoon if you were using one, in my case, a pencil, over the top of it to just move any liquid that may still be within the strainer. So just mix it a little bit. You can squish it as well if you have a spoon to just extract all the liquid. Remember to put something near you when you're like a dish or something near you when you're taking out your strainer, because it will continue to leak a little bit. You don't want to create a mess. Okay, should be it. This looks so good. Okay, so now, well, this is actually pretty clear. Maybe it's because I'm using peaches. When I did it with a banana, it was more cloudy. Okay, so yeah, now you have your solution, and we're at step 8. Yeah, so you're going to need a black card to place at the bottom if you want to see it a little bit more clearly. Anything dark will do. So I don't have a black card, but I do have a dark blue. Oh, wait, stand by time. Yes. So it's a dark blue envelope. This is what I'm using. On to the next slide. Okay, so if you're at the age where you require an adult to help you with um alcohol, then go and get them. If not, you can do it directly. So grab your alcohol. And mine is not near me. Okay, I'm gonna have to go for it. 1 second. Okay, we have alcohol in an unconventional bottle. And then we're going to pour it down the side of our glass. And you're supposed to observe the bottom. It's right here. And look to see if you see any like cotton-like strands appearing. Look down further and see. Yeah, okay. Let's a little bit more. Still observing the bottom to see that white cotton-like strands forming right there. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it from here. No, just observe them. And that is your DNA. Oh, every time I do this is so cool. Let me give it a mix. Not too aggressively. Just let the alcohol reach a little bit further down. There it is. Okay, I'm not sure how well you guys can see, or we can't see it well at all. But they're at the very bottom. And that's it. Now, you can take a squirt or a toothpick and you can pull at them at the bottom. Okay, so hopefully you guys got to see it. It is a really cool experiment. If you didn't have all the materials that you needed now, then you can do it later. The PowerPoint is in the classroom. It has all of this there. So do you guys have any questions? Trying to remember what we said we'd talk about at the end of this class. No questions about anything that we just did? Well, if there's no questions and you guys completed the experiment, then that's it for me. Are you sure there's nothing that you want to go through? Nothing from the last class or anything related to this field specifically? I'm gonna take that as a no. I did have one last activity that we didn't get to do last class. So I'll try to find that. Sorry, I was muted. I was saying I wasn't sure if you guys can see my screen, let me know. But the page that's showing is a research proposal. That's a heading of the first page. I'm just gonna show you guys like a little bit of what you'll do if you go into like the academia portion of pharmaceutical biotechnology, which is, well, it encompasses many different elements, but a lot of it is based off researching. So you know how the current medicine, like Panadol, Advil, DPH, all that common stuff, all medicine overall has had to go through this research, then clinical phase. And this is like the research portion. So this is this research is based off of prostate cancer. And I was just researching with assistance because I'm very new to this still. The probability of new ways of dealing with prostate cancer. I don't want to get too complex since a lot of the words will be unfamiliar with you guys, but I just wanted to show you guys like a little bit of what it encompasses. So if you like reading and if you like knowing like everything there is, that's something I thoroughly enjoy. This is good for you. So this is an abstract. Then you have like a little bit into what exactly prostate cancer is. This is very rudimentary, so it's not that complex. Okay, very simple, which is why I'm showing you guys. As you get older and you move more into the field of biochemistry, biotechnology, then these research papers get a little bit more complex. As I said, I'm new, so it's like a simpler version. Yeah, it requires like a lot of analysis. So here I have like costs and I had to research this. Yeah. And then this is the main portion of my research, which is just how effective other methods of identifying prostate cancer and treating prostate cancer would be compared to what we currently have. So that's kind of like a good portion of what pharmaceutical biotechnology is. So while medication may exist, we as a society, as human beings overall, constantly evolve. And so as we evolve, we try to improve on things that already exist as well as creating new things. So yes, there is treatment and testing options available for prostate cancer, but not everything is the best in medicine. Some it's just like we've had it for such a long time. This is just what we use, or we don't know anything else right now. So we're forced to use this method. But the more knowledge we gain, the more we can shape our understanding of medicine and the more we will be able to better treat society. overall. Which links into the traditional versus new age slash futuristic model of medicine that we were talking about last class. This one, it mainly focused on microRNAs. That was my conclusion. I thought that microRNAs were the best bet in testing for prostate cancer. And I think further research would enable us to find some sort of treatments. I don't want to get into too much about like what they are, because I feel like you guys are probably confused right now as well. But RNA works closely with DNA. So it carries out the instructions from DNA. And so anything that DNA says should happen, RNA is going to do it. And there's different classes of RNAs. And in this case, I am talking about microRNAs, which are not as functional as others. You have like what exactly your research is about. They're talking about the same thing that I was saying. So my main goal was just to make it as inexpensive as possible and also easier to test for. So yeah. This is also simple. Research costs a lot, and I tried to make this as simple as possible. Mine is, as I said, very rudimentary. So this is like 8,000, like 9,000 USD. A full-fledged experiment would require way more than that. This is just me estimating based off the simple stuff that I know that we could use to carry out these experiments. Now, if you go to UA and well, anywhere really, but for a PhD program, which you should do if you're interested in biotech, it's really good for you. Yeah. If you do it, then you're going to be doing things like this. And you're going to have to present this paper to be able to get funding for the research that you want to conduct. At the end, you get to say, oh, I'm a doctor. And that's great. And you can continue researching what you want to research. Yeah. It's super fun. Oh, how is it? Oh, I'll show you one other. Okay, so this was from last year. This is when I worst didn't know anything that was going on. I learned way more about the research process this year. And this is just like a very simple version. It's not even a research paper, it's a slide, as you can see. And it's for a competition. Oh, if you guys are interested in like STEM, there's this program called SPICE, SPISE, that is run across the Caribbean. And you go to Barbados and you work with STEM fields at UA there. Like I think that campus is Cave Hill in Barbados. Yeah. You work with different professionals and you also learn more about it. So there's like an electronics class, calculus, biochemistry, computer programming if you're interested in that. You get to build a game at the end, you build robots, you conduct these experiments. You just learn about a lot of STEM stuff, and it kind of helps solidify your decision to pursue STEM. So for me, my obviously favorite class was biochemistry, and so my project was based in biochemistry, and this was for the entrepreneurship competition. And so my team and I, and oh, my team and I worked on this. This was our team name. Why do we even call ourselves this? Yeah. So it's really fun because 2 out of 4 of these people are not Jamaican. I think Nehal, she is from Saint Lucia, while Jail, he's from Dominica. So it's cool. You get to learn about other cultures as well and connect with other Caribbean countries, which is always good. This we were theorizing the possibility of having a device to consistently check your nutrients level so that you'll be aware of like how your body is processing what you put into it. And it's mainly for people that have metabolic disorders. So for like diabetes and hypertension, so that they can properly monitor themselves. Yeah, and just make it easier and as comfortable as possible, but also to help people with eating disorders as well to make their lives a little bit easier. So it follows a similar pattern, an introduction, why I think that this research is necessary, and then get into like what I theorize should happen based off my research. So what I want to create based off what I researched. Now, once again, the value of what you do is also significant. You have to prove that this has a place in society because you're seeking funding. So people have to know what their money is going towards. Yeah. And the market. So it was an entrepreneurship competition. We had people from across the Caribbean that worked in different finance positions that we had to prove like this cost of our experiment, which was massive. Every team's like end cost was extremely expensive because it's futuristic, but we had to prove and validate it. So here we talked about market size, finances, stuff like that, how much it would cost exactly, and why this is such a good investment and how they can benefit from investing. Yeah, and we actually won. Yeah, we tied with another group, and the other group was doing synthesis of organs. So developing organs themselves outside the body from stem cells, which was also really cool. And they did really well. But this is cool. Yeah. And that's it. That's all I had to share with you guys. If you are interested or you're still debating about which template to join, programs like this program as well as Spice will help you. So continue to pursue it. And yeah, so that's it for me. I hope you guys have a good day. This is the last time that you're seeing me for this week. Yes. So yeah, this is the last time. Bye bye. Wish you the best in your endeavors.